Welcome back, YouTube. Thank you for joining. Thanks for joining again if you're returning, and if it's your first time on this channel, I appreciate you. Today I want to go over this little controversy surrounding Samuel L. Jackson and his statements against how people feel about his comments about the president and his fans. Jackson says, and I quote, "I know how many motherfuckers hate me. I'm never going to see a Sam Jackson movie again. Fuck if I care. If you never went to another movie I did in my life, I'm not going to lose any money. I already cashed that check. Fuck you. Burn up my videotapes. I don't give a fuck." I'm assuming that's the way he said it, because he's Sam Jackson. So I just think that this is a little bit inappropriate for a professional and an actor whose job as a professional actor is to act and not be an activist. I think it's important to have your strong political beliefs. That's fine. I'm not criticizing him for criticizing the president. I'm criticizing him for the way he did it, the way he went about it. It's a little unprofessional. And not only that, he is absolutely dividing his fan base. I guarantee you, the fans of the Marvel Universe are probably equally balanced as the fans of Trump and Hillary. You know what I mean? It's perfectly balanced. So you're going to alienate a guaranteed half of your fan base by speaking these crazy words. Clark Gregg just came out and said some stupid shit too. Agent Coulson. It's kind of ridiculous. You have Chris Evans. Okay, Chris Evans is a prime example. Chris Evans is somebody who speaks his mind on Twitter, and that's fine. But in interviews, he keeps his mouth shut. Same with Don Cheadle. Same with Mark Ruffalo. They're just a bunch of dicks on Twitter. Okay, they're just assholes, they're condescending, they don't know what they're talking about, and they really piss me off personally, just their attitude on Twitter and on social media. But they do not go into interviews and say these things. They keep their political beliefs to the side when it comes to the movie, to their movies, because they know that their movie, that this universe that they built up is bigger than themselves. So they're able to put that aside. Sam Jackson, Brie Larson, they're speaking their minds in an inappropriate fashion. Let's move on to what else he says. He says, this motherfucker, he's talking about Trump, is running the planet, all kinds of crazy shit. And people think that's okay. It's not fucking okay. And if you're not saying anything, then you're complicit. And I wouldn't give a shit or fuck, whatever. If I was a garbage man and I had a Twitter account, I'd still tweet that shit out. I'm not thinking about who I am or what my job is when I do that shit. Okay, let's break that down. First off, he's calling the president a motherfucker. That's fine. Again, it's unprofessional in a public manner. You just have more class, have more grace. You can call him anything else but one of the most profane words in the English dictionary. Especially in an interview with the press. It's just silly. People think that it's okay and it's not okay. First off, people are allowed to think what he's doing is okay. I don't agree with everything Trump does. Trust me, I do not. I do not. But people are allowed to believe that what Trump is doing is okay. And you're allowed to believe the same thing in the opposite fashion. So you can't just alienate one group of people, half the population that thinks he's doing a good job, and say that they're not okay and they're just being complicit. It's just a different perspective. And you know what? You should be thinking about your job and who you are when you're saying these things. Because one, who you are is what you're saying. So we know who you are now. So you are thinking about who you are because those are your real beliefs. Thirdly, you should care about your job. You should think about your role in society, your role in the public eye. You're a public figure. You need to think about that. I just think it's inappropriate. I really do. He said, "No, motherfucker, I'm a human being that feels a certain way. And if some of this shit does affect me, because if we don't have health care, and my relatives get sick, they're going to call my rich ass. I want them to have health care. You want them to have health care so you don't have to pay for it. Okay. I want them to be able to take care of themselves. This is how I feel. I count 1 to 100 some days before I hit send because I know how that shit goes. How that shit is. Look, I don't even know what to say here. Oh my God. You should count to 200 before you send things, Sam. All right. You want them to be able to take care of themselves. Why can't they take care of themselves? That's my question. Why can't your relatives take care of themselves? Do tell. I'm very curious to know why they cannot take care of themselves. why they can't get a low-paying job or whatever and get insurance. It's not that hard, unless they just don't want to work because they've just been bottom feeding off of your rich ass your entire career. So that's basically it. I can separate the art from the artist. I can. But when you're bringing the artist's opinions into the art, it muddles it. It makes it distasteful. Like, it's divisive. You don't need to bring politics into movies or into the public with your press interviews. You just don't. All right? That's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. God bless. If you believe in God. You know, whatever. Toodles.